Hello, I would like to show you a set of 4 photo frames that I bought on Amazon. I'm calling them photo frames, but they're not really. They're really, could be anything. Could be photos, could be art, could be whatever you have. And these are 12 by 12, and they're kind of like, I'm trying to think what you would describe the color, almost like a distressed wood or like a barn style wood. And I think they say on the ad that it goes really well with farmhouse type decor, but a lot of other decor it matches also. So as you can see, I've got 3 of them set up here, and let me just show you the back. You see how it has all of these little tabs, and I'll demonstrate how it opens here with the one that I haven't opened yet. But it's got a hanging piece on each side, and then it has all of these that keep it tight against the frame. And then you also have this option, so if you want to set it on a tabletop, you could do that also. And that was a surprise to me. I thought they would only be hanging. I didn't know that it was something that you could set on the tabletop. But let's talk a little bit about some of the pros and cons. The pros are, this is a really good looking set of frames for the price. The value is good. And also, as you can see, the art that I'm using to put in the frames is a little bit oddly shaped. Like if I really wanted to frame these and get a frame that had the matting, I would have to have it done professionally, and that would be pretty expensive for 4 of my artwork here. But because of the way that this frame is set up, I was able to use them, and they fit pretty well in there and they look pretty nice. But there's a couple of things. I was going to tell you the pros and cons. Those are all the pros. So the cons, there's other pros which we'll get to, but one of the cons is, and we'll just open this one so you can see what I mean. It says in the listing that there's matting that comes with the frame, which is one of the reasons I bought them, because I knew I would need some matting around my pictures, since my pictures aren't exactly, they're not 12 by 12, right? So I was like, oh good, it comes with matting. So you open it up, and it's really easy to open. You just move these little catches, and see, it lifts right off, so that's easy, and this is nice and sturdy, so I like the quality there. But apparently this is what they call the matting. Now that's not what I expected. I expected like a real mat, okay? But I still made it work. I just flipped it over, and I'll take my picture and I'll show you, and I'll put it on here. So you can still make this work with, like if you have an 8 by 8 photo or print, or a different size like you see here. So here's another one of the pros. It has this plexiglass, which I kind of like that. I've had frames before that have fallen off the wall for whatever reason, and the glass will break. That's kind of dangerous. So this is plexiglass. You're not going to get that issue. And it comes with these sheets. You just peel them off, which is nice because then you know it comes dust-free, it comes scratch-free, and they're pretty easy to peel. You just get a corner going and they peel right off. Okay? You lay it in there, and it's nice that it's square because it doesn't matter which way you turn it, it's going to fit. And then I just took this paper that they call matting, which is not really matting, but it did work for me, so it could work for you also. And as you see, this is kind of an ivory, and this is more of, it's not stark white, but it's it's close to that. And then I just have these taped on here, so I'm going to untape them from here. And then basically you just center your item. And I still have the tape there, so I'm just taping it down. Didn't really stick so well there, but I don't need much. I just need to hold it in place in the frame. And then you can place the other side. So you see I turned it over because it had this, and since my picture's not exactly fitting in the 8 by 8, I thought maybe these trees would still show, and I didn't want that to happen. And then you just put the back on, and look how easy this is. You just slip these little catches under the frame. And there's quite a good number of them, which I think is nice because it holds your frame pretty well since there's so many of them. And there we go. So really easy. And they look great together. I really like the look of the 4. I probably am going to hang them so we have 2 and 2 like this in the group, or you could do it this way, or you could stagger however you want. So that's the really nice thing about them, is they're really flexible. You can make these work with whatever you have. As you see how I didn't have a picture that was 8 by 8. but it still worked. Even though they were odd shaped, they still look great in the frames. So if you're looking for a frame that's a good value, not too heavy, you can hang it on your wall. You don't have to worry about weight, but it's also pretty well made. Like the backs of mine all look good. I don't see there's no scratches. Everything's great. So if you're looking for a good frame or set of frames, I highly recommend the 12 by 12 frames from Amazon. Thanks for watching and good luck.